Hey, this is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Today we're looking at two window AC units. This is going to be one of a series of videos we're doing here. We're comparing a GE window unit to a Friedrich window unit. Two different units, similar and yet some big differences. And in this particular video, I wanted to just look at the dimensions between the two. First off, as you can see in the front, they've got their energy ratings and such. The GE one, this particular model, is the AHR05lW. Very common unit. You can find it at most of your big box stores or a variation of this particular unit. This is a 5050 BTU unit. This Friedrich unit, this is, I want to make sure I get it right, CCF06A10a. This is a 6000 BTU unit. 5050 BTUs, 6000 BTU unit. So that's why you're seeing a little bit different numbers on the front. Now this particular one is an 11 rating as far as its efficiency rating is at 11. This particular one has an efficiency rating of 12. This one will give you a little bit more BTU, and as you can tell, it has a little bit more of their, it's going to cost you this much more to run. So it's going to be able to handle just a little bit bigger room. If you look at it, it's probably what, 15-20% bigger than this one, somewhere in that ballpark. Dimensions. Let's take a look at that. Now, because they have their little wings and such for the side, if you had just the absolute tightest window and you didn't need to have those little expandable wings on the side, the amount of space you would need about 16 5/8 inches wide. And as far as the height on this particular one is about 12 3/4 from the tabletop and 12 1/2 there. So just about 12, actually 12 5/8. Let's go 12 3/4 because there's a little bump up here. So if you wanted to make it so it passed completely through, you need to have 12 3/4 in height and about 16 5/8 for width. That's the GE one. Now if we come back here to the Friedrich one, we need about 13 1/2 inches. Again, that would give us the clearance of the little bumps and such. And we're going to need just a little bit more, about 19 inches wide. So we're a little under 13, a little over 13 with this, and 19 inches roughly to about 16 1/2 or 17 inches. So they're very similar, but there is a little bit of difference. So the back of the GE one, you can see that we have all of the aluminum fins just exposed. So if you would say the kids would hit it with a football or something, you're going to bend some of these little tiny aluminum fins, which I'm sure you've seen those, and that's not the coolest thing because that reduces the efficiency. The Friedrich one has a little bit of a protected, kind of a wire cage that they have put on this. So a ball would bounce off this, and it's, there's a little flex to it and such, but it's going to protect the fins a lot more than having them wide open. Another big difference between the two units is that the Friedrich, which is about twice the money of the GE one, the Friedrich one has a remote control, so you can control it from across the room, and it also has built-in Wi-Fi. So I can control it via the Friedrich app and be able to turn this on and off remotely, meaning I can be driving home from work and turn it on when I'm about a half an hour out and have a room cooled off very nicely by the time I get home. So this is one of a series of videos. We're going to be looking at how much electricity each one of these draw from the wall with our kilowatt. Then we're also going to do another video and give you an idea of how loud these are, because you're going to put these into bedrooms or smaller rooms where you're actually going to be living in them. And sometimes there's some complaints about noise with these window units, so we're going to listen to that also on our decibel meter. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Links in the description below to check out both of these units.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.